Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Stamp Around UK video hop. So a bunch of UK demonstrators create videos every month, first of the month. All the links to their videos are going to be in the description. Please do check them out, hop through, like, subscribe, comment, etc. It's a really great way for us to share our inspiration with as many people as possible. So do hop through, and our theme is floral today. So I can't believe it's December already. We've done another round of 12. I think I've participated in the last 2 years or so, maybe even longer, I don't know, but it's just so much fun, and look out in a couple of weeks for our Stamp Around the World hop as well. What's that going to be on? That's going to be the theme of sparkle. Ooh. Okay, so our floral theme for today, I'm going to be making these really nice simple cards using designer series paper. Yep, sharp intake of breath, people. I'm using designer series paper, but in the most simplest way possible. Okay, so we've got that. But before we move on to just showing you the paper quickly, I'm just going to say I'm going to use the Everyday Arches to cut out the sentiment. So I've already got that die out, ready to go with some, what's this called? White Willow. Okay, so they're all ready to go. And then I just wanted to quickly show you the stamp set I'm using. This is called Delicate Framing. There are some dies to go with this that are really nice, cute corners and very ornate and everything. But just wanted to quickly show you the packaging. Okay, and that stamp sets will be inside here, inside that paper. Nice clear title on the stamps there, and you get the images on the front. And every set I've had so far in this new packaging, the image has actually been 100% of the actual stamp, right? So from a sort of designing point of view, it's quite easy to then grab your die and then just go over the packaging and just check to see whether that die is going to fit before we've even got it out of the packet. Okay, so I'm keeping mine just between the two pieces of cellophane or plastic that they come in. It normally comes in between the two paper sheets, but I just slot mine into the back, and then they'll just tip out. Okay, and just slide out there. Okay, and I do use the tab there that's designed to seal it. I use that bit. Some people are keeping them open and folding it in. It's all going to be up to you how you go about doing that, but it's nice, and it's nice, so thin. So a bundle is only going to take up, let's get the coordinating dies. That's the coordinating dies. So the bundle can just stay on your shelf like that. Obviously we would normally have had those other cases, so there we go. That's our bundle. You could even put the two together. So pop that one back up there, pop that one back there. And the paper is Floral Impressions. This is like the big deal of it all. Floral Impressions 12 by 12. So I've still got quite a bit of this left, because you know I don't use a lot of paper, but I just buy a couple of packs of stuff that appeals to me, right? So you've got lots of lovely florals, but you've also got the neutral patterns on the back, which we'll also be using today. That's a nice one, actually. Ooh. Might use that. So you've got lots of different options. That one's cute. Fresh Freesia. Okay, nice grid pattern. Ooh, might have to do something with the reverse of these. Okay, and then obviously in the front we've got these lovely bright florals. Okay, these are what we're using today. Okay, and I had some offcuts from another project, and I do like to try and get the most out of the sheets and everything, so that's what I did. And I cut them down. They were already the right height, so I just cut them And then I had a little strip left over, flipped it over to make the accent, and that's what we did there. So this is Strawberry Slush and Old Olive. This one's Crushed Curry and Garden Green. And we're going to use this piece, which is Misty Moonlight and Fresh Freesia. So what I've been doing is picking out one of the colours to have as a card base. So I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia as the card base. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight as the layer. Okay. And so it just so happened that the height of this was bang on at 5 inches. So I cut it down to 3 1/8 to make it proportional, to make a nice even card layer. So that's what I've got there. And then this scrap is what we're going to use to create our little banner across the middle. This one was slightly narrower, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we'll just trim this one down to size. I'm just going to use this little mini trimmer that I've got. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product at all. It's just something that I got reasonably inexpensively. So how much do I want to cut off this? I'm going to take off a couple of centimetres, whatever that is. I just want it to be wide enough to go across the card, really. So that's sort of your choice, really, but that ended up being about 3/4 of an inch, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Right, and then we'll flip that over and we'll use this Old Olive as the accent piece. Okay. Which in this case doesn't match the panels and everything, whereas these ones did. But I'm okay with it because it brings through the leaves on the image. Okay. Now I've still got the little banner punch, but that you could use. So if you've got this, use that to cut your end, or you can just cut it by hand, and that's very simple to do. So if you just sort of snip in as deep as you want the banner to be, so I'm going to go in about 1/4 of an inch, like so, and then if you cut in from the corner to that central point, that will give you an even-ish, as even as anything can be when you do it by eye, banner point. Okay, so that's how you can cut your own banners. Okay. And that's just going to go on with some tape in a bit. So really super simple today. We're just bringing our White Willow, just a scrap. We're going to use the same sentiment, so we've got a nice set of 3 thanks cards. It is Thanksgiving week over the pond. So probably a bit late for Thanksgiving, but you know, you could be thanking them for dinner, right? Okay. And then we'll pop that in. Make sure you've got room to get that die round. Nice firm pressure. The White Willow is great to stamp on. And then we'll just position our die over the top where we want that. So I'm looking to have it sort of top and bottom even, and then as far over to the left, really. Just going to tack that in place just so that doesn't move, and we'll just run that through the die cut machine. Okay, so we'll get our nice sentiment there. Okay, so we'll just tease that out of there. That can be put away in a second. I've put this punch in my way now, and I'm covering up stuff that I need. Right, need some dimensionals on the back of this. So we'll just do 4, like so. And then we can start putting these together. Okay, so we'll just use some Stampin' Seal to layer this. Okay, so I always turn it so I can see that short edge and visualise that top and bottom edge. If you get those right, the rest should, provided you cut it all straight, fall into place quite nicely. And then you've got to decide which way up you want it. So some of the patterns obviously had a direction because this one's got a stem on it, and this one doesn't, but I want those leaves to show to coordinate with that strip. So I'm going to have this at the top, and again we'll pop this up. So don't forget, you could add ribbon at this point if you wanted to. I think we've still got the Fresh Freesia stuff available, might be on last chance if you wanted to add some of that. Right, let's get these off. Nice and easy to do. Okay, and then that's going to go nice and central on our card base. Again, looking to get that left, right, top, bottom roughly right. If you need wriggle room, a dab of wet glue over the top of those dimensionals will give you that. Okay, nice and simple. Let's get those off ready. And we'll just use some seal to pop this into place. And again, it's, you know, where do you want it, how high and how low really. So I'm going about ½ inch from the bottom. I probably could have made that a little bit shorter, that's fine. There we go. And then this guy sort of overlaps that, so it's just sort of peeking out, breaking that border, tying it all together. I like to do that kind of thing, keeping it straight on this edge along that paper. There we go. And we'll just add some rhinestones to that, just for a bit of sparkle, just to bring that together. Okay, so very simple cards today. There's lots more you could do with this layout. You know, like I say, we could have added some ribbon for some extra texture. Could have added some die cut flowers or leaves, just to sort of bring that all together. But I'm going to keep them simple today, nice and easy to post because they're reasonably flat. Okay, but that's my card for today. Like I say, this is a video hop, so please do check the links in my description. Just click more, whatever, until you see them. There's also a supply list in there, so if there was if you needed a recap on what I've used, that will be in there too. Okay, so that's it from me. I'm going to now hop through and see what everyone else has made, because I haven't seen them ahead of time, so I'm going to hop through too. And yeah, that's it from me. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.